In this video, we're going to take a look at the album itself, and I'll give you some technical specs. I'll tell you what the supplies I used. The idea of the Panda theme came with the purchase of this set of papers. I loved all the paper designs, but I wasn't so keen on their pandas, so I decided to draw my own. Let's take an overview of the album. So here you're having a look at the front cover. I've cut the letters out to spell the baby's name. As we open it up, on the left-hand side here on the inside front cover, you'll see that there's a notebook that slides in and out of the slit of the decorated paper, the patterned paper. The notebook isn't one that's purchased, it's one that we're going to make ourselves. And then it closes up with a little snapped, a magnet and a pom-pom. So, Baby d'amour with the baby's name and his birth information. On the second page, we have love, 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 love to the power of 3 with places for photos inside the O's. Here on the third page, we have some accordion little booklets that we're going to open up, slide the slider back up to open the bottom, and then we'll bring the slider back down a little bit just to hold everything in place so that we can turn the page. Here on page 4, we have what I call a self-locking page. When I open the flaps in a counterclockwise manner, I'm going to be able to open the page up entirely to see what I've got on the inside. There's a little pouch and some journaling squares and lots of room for photos. And then if I close them in a clockwise manner, then the page is going to be locked and I'll be able to turn it without it falling open. Here on page 5, we have just a flip-up page held in place with a magnet again. I've used lots of magnets in this project. So papers, 5 of them all together, snaps in place. On the back here, we have love in scallops, the word love, and just a bunch of flaps, really. There's nothing much to this page, just the flaps, some little thumb tabs to open and close. And the page itself closes by a rounded part here sliding into a slit right there. And then on the inside back cover, we have a tag that slides behind this little pouch file. So when I open it out, you'll see that there are 5 little pouches in which we can stick photos, journaling, bits and pieces that you've saved, all sorts of fun things. And then we have to close it in the right order. So first the spine with 1 centimeter, then 2 centimeters, then the spine, the largest one, with 3 centimeters. And then we'll just close the front and the front flap, which also snaps into place with the magnet. A look at the back and from the top, the bottom. So in terms of technical specifications, the album itself is 20 by 20 once it's all closed up. The spine on the left-hand side is 3.5 centimeters, and on the right it's 4 centimeters. The pages are, the black pages, the supporting pages, are 19.5 centimeters square. So there are 3 double-sided pages inside, plus we use the front and the back covers on the inside with the magnetic closing, as you saw. I just took a picture, of all of the supplies I used. So you'll see that I've got markers, brush tips, and I used those for putting some color on the edge of my pages. I have some 3D foam adhesives. There are 2 sets of them there, actually. I used gel glue through the whole project. There's a ruler, there's ribbon, there are scissors, there's a flat-headed screwdriver that I used for the magnet placement, a bone folder for my fold lines, a blade or a cutter to do some slits. I've got some dot markers, I just love those. Some black markers. You can see I've got a Sharpie and just a fine black marker. Of course a pencil, tweezers, which are handy for certain things, and the cutting mat. There's also the magnets, the flat magnets that are 1 centimeter in diameter for the pages, and then there's a bigger magnet. It's 5 millimeters thick for the closure of the album itself. So as I mentioned earlier, I bought this set of papers. There I've given you the name of the manufacturer, and the package of 10 was largely sufficient. I used quite a lot of pastel colored cardstock that I just took out of my drawers actually. Some of it was Stampin' Up, some of it I bought on a site that's called Craftelier. There's black craft paper for the cover itself, and here I'm giving you the dimensions, and 3 sheets of heavy black cardstock for the inside pages. There's also white cardstock that we'll use for inside pages. And for the cover, we need some cardboard or carton. I used 2mm thick gray carton, and altogether I used 20 by 55 centimeters. If you'd like to know where to find the tutorial, the full tutorial for this course, I'm going to put the links here for you. The first one here is for Udemy. I'm not going to read it out to you because it looks awfully complicated, doesn't it? So Udemy is here. This one is for Skillshare, and you can also find it on our own site, Creatuto. All you have to do is look under the Courses tab and you'll find it there. So I hope you love it. Enjoy.